Happy anniversary to Mom and Papa. Happy anniversary to Mom and Papa. I love you. Blow them. Blow them. Yay!
Aside from the fact there is only one child's voice here in this clip, what I find very odd is the way he's carrying the cake with one hand, especially when there's candles. I don't know anyone that really does that. They would use both hands. Now, I don't believe that this is to do with an 8-year anniversary. We've got 4 candles. Also, I don't know anyone really that does a cake for even an 8-year or even a 4-year anniversary to do with a relationship. Now, given there's only one child, this either means that this was done at the very beginning, but then the child sounds too old to be a very young boy, and also the voice sounds like a girl. It doesn't sound like a boy. I do feel this is regurgitated footage, but I think that this is potentially to do with her, an anniversary to do with her, given the fact that they all say mama and then she adds in papa to almost make it seem as if this was to do with their anniversary. And again, in none of the footage that's in this video, you see a boy anywhere. If you listen very carefully, there is only one child, and this is a girl's hand. It's flowery on the top. The boy isn't here.
This is when Mama and Papa, when we got engaged, we had a party with all of our friends, and we said everyone we were an animal onesie, and we were penguins. We were penguins because they're together for life.
So I slowed this down so you can see it. Watch the girl's hand. The girl's hand, that's her left hand because you can see the thumb. Then you see this. For a start, this is already open. So she's already opened this. So this whole filming was absolutely staged to record because this has already been opened. So her surprise, this was all fake, and you can tell by her the way she is. But watch, look at her left hand, how it crosses over the girl's left hand. So then when you look at where the girl's, it means that she's either leant right over the girl or she's practically on top of her, but she doesn't acknowledge her, not like excuse me Lily or anything. I find looking at the card odd. It's really blurred out. She shows everything else, but she blurs out what's on that card. So why show it if she doesn't want us to see it? You know, that she's already looked at all of this. You could see it open on the table. So she's purposely set this up to record. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with that, but when you're trying to pretend that this is all a surprise and, oh my God, this is why she's so disliked, because she cannot be real. She's created this fake moment, and I'm not even believing that Harry is actually filming. I really don't believe it, because there's zero interaction after just this chuckle from Harry. There's nothing else. There's no interaction with the girl. It is just Meghan showing a candle, showing this penguin thing. I truly believe that this was strategically done. And I don't genuinely just believe this is connecting to William and Catherine adopting a penguin when they first got together, got married. It's more than that. And I do think this is connected to Penguin House, because it came out recently that her autobiography is still on the cards. As much as I know that some people think that Meghan just wouldn't be believed in anything she says, it's not about that. It's the hassle and the stress that could be caused. And I also do believe that it's connected to Harry. And I think it's to do with the truth of the children. I always come back to that. She knows the truth regarding the children, and Harry knows that she knows. The royal family know that she knows. So she could cause some serious trouble where that's concerned. So I think it's to do with that. And the whole thing with penguins, her saying that they mate for life. Actually, they don't. Many penguins do not mate for life. And in fact, a lot of them do not do monogamy. They cheat. They go off, and then sometimes they come back to mate with the same partner. Sometimes they don't. So I found that very interesting. So the fact that she says they mate for life, well, no, they don't. So does that mean that she knows the underlying truth? And so even though she's saying, I think to Harry, you're stuck with me, but could it be something subliminal where she knows that Harry is potentially seeing somebody else, and she's reeled this picture out? Because again, this is odd. When you've got the picture, the original one, why do you need to print off a copy of it when you've got it surely in your own home? Why would you not have it in the photo album? Why do you need to print off a copy? And I think that that's significant. There's something here, and I think it's to do with her and Harry's relationship, because I've said before, I don't believe they're living together. It is very possible that maybe he's been seeing somebody else, and she's using this as a, I know things, I'm willing to say what I know. You're stuck with me, mate. You know, you're not, I'm not going anywhere. I think this is a threat. I always say this about her. I think she's taken old footage with the cake. I think it was possibly an anniversary, maybe even connected just to her, that they were celebrating way back when. And like I say, the reason I say that is because this feels like this was possibly early on, is due to the fact that when they're singing, they're saying happy anniversary to Mama, and there's no Papa. So this feels like this was possibly, they were celebrating something to do with her, but she's used that footage. Oh, look, this is our 8-year anniversary. It's got 4 candles. You can only hear one child. There's a woman. I hear a woman in the background, possibly Doria. Yeah, this is all, like I say, strategically set up. But I will add that the fact that they dressed up as penguins in 2017 and purposely showed that in the Mock You series, that was at William and Catherine. That would have been linking it back to when they first got together in the Penguins. That's what I believe with that one. Thank you for watching BiteSize Tea. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss future uploads. Till then, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.